colleague, like you, I was studying with Sigal at the University of Tel Aviv, how to
Limor.
build,
לא רואים. בבקשה.
how to conduct learning programs. And now we are also very visual, so we took it to the area of constructing some learning environments. And I did it here, like Hannah says, for about 7-8 years. During that, we met our colleagues at other places in Israel, and we made a group of colleagues that learning together, and we meet once a month, and we learn together from everyone we can go and learn from, and we're a very tight community of learners, and this is where we do our professional learning during 8 years now. And I'm presenting you some of my research, and I'm now a doctorate student at Haifa. I'm learning for PhD, and this is what I learned, but only a little bit of it, because 2 years ago I said I want to teach more people, not only our 40 beautiful and lovely friends all over the country that are doing these things. And I developed a blog, a very popular blog, 74,000 entrances to the blog now. And you can, with Google, translate it to every language you like and learn. It's filled with films. And I will show you this blog and the address in a few minutes, and you can tour yourself. And also I promised Judith that I will send her a bunch of articles in the area, and you can say what you like, and I will send you. Okay? You can be in touch with me through the blog, and you can write to me. You will say, Limor, I love this area, I love this topic, please send me something more about it, and I will send you, because I'm a giver. Okay? This is me. I'm a giver. Don't say it to my husband. Only in this area I'm a giver. And we will start our tour. It's very, very small tour on the beginning of the tour, okay? This is a picture, a photograph, and I would like to hear what you say about it, what you feel about it, what you interpret it. How do you think this means? What it means to you as an educator? And when you see also the label, visual literacy and education, plus this picture, what does it mean? Okay, say your name.
Yadira. Looking at it, and then attaching the heading, as you said, it's more, it takes the student from just observing, but allowing them to be immersed in the reality of what they're learning. So it takes them from just standing up and looking and diving into it.
Okay, involving.
Yes, getting them involved.
And? Involved. Okay. Another interpretation?
It's an invitation to go beyond what you see.
Okay. Another?
I've seen a real person and a reflection of the same person in another world.
Okay.
Okay.
There can be different perspectives from the same picture, right? Different analysis, but different people see that differently.
Right. So you can be in my place now. It's okay? No? This is what it means, because we give you a picture and that is manipulated. Someone did some manipulation with Photoshop or something on this picture, and now we can interpret it as we like and as we feel, and according to our pure knowledge, because everybody has some knowledge, some experiences, and thoughts. And when he sees another picture, a new picture, he interpreted it according to that, according to the pure knowledge that he has. We're talking about visual literacy because the world changed, and it changed a lot. We don't take words without pictures. When I'm standing here, I put my necklace and my clothes properly in the morning as I pick this picture. And this is the display that we have in class. And we have to know what to pick, what to choose. And we have to do it wisely because everybody will interpret the pictures and what we wear according to what he knows. And we are now with multicultural environment, so I have to choose carefully because everyone is interpreting it according to their culture, and I didn't know even from which countries you will come, so I will have to be international today. And this is an example of what you see when you get from an elevator and you see in front of you. What floor are we? 3. 1, 3, and we have 2 symbols here. The red button and the coloring of the opposite color, black and white. Also we have, in this floor, we have how many exhibitions of the museum? 8. Okay, 8 exhibitions, and I can see a promo of the exhibitions and a map, and that's how we don't even have to write anything because it's all visual. We know how to read maps, and we know how to look and at an environment. And we know when there is a symbol that is different from others, we immediately know where we are. We are at the 3rd floor. So this is how this is arranging the environment in the museum. And we do it also at our classes, our schools, and we use the same language without words. The space interpreted the meaning of the people that built it. And I hope that also children will be capable of building their surrounding, their space with teachers, and not only people that come from outside like we are, that build in these spaces. This is my message. This is the space that was built by our colleague. I said we are 40 colleagues at this subject area. This is at Petach Tikva. Her name is Dora Pasternak, and she's really doing a lovely work. You see Herzl. You know about Herzl? No? This is the man who predicted Israel.
Moderns.
Yes, modern Israel. And this is a space for learners about leadership. And it has this text and all these pictures of leaders of Israel. And children can go and learn in this space. And this is all the words that the teachers chose that we want to talk about leaders. The spiritual leaders, the educational leaders, religious leaders. And this is like you see at the internet, you have a link, you have a word and a link. This is like a link in teacher's head. When they see this word, they know they are going to introduce it to the children. They will say, this is the spiritual leader, and now we will talk of all the spiritual leaders we know. So this space is like an internet page that you use links for the teacher. So this is like you arrange the curriculum. This is curriculum on the wall. But it's not the all curriculum, and it's not only words. It's most about pictures. And the area is arranged with chairs and tables, and people say, children and teachers can sit around and learn something that is not on the wall, but is in the area, in the environment that talking about leadership. And I read an article about the challenges of this time, and the highlight of the article was we are living in a virtual culture, and it's very, very visual. So I like this one. It's from 2002, and it says we are going from mimetic culture to mythic culture to theoretic culture, and then we are now at virtual culture, and we use cell phones. You all have cell phones and internet in it, so you have Google in your pocket, and it's very convenient. This article said that 1.5 million years ago we were mimetic culture. I couldn't find from this age a picture because they didn't invent a camera then, so Google couldn't find us the picture. So this is what I found. Supposedly we were dancing, and we didn't have any language 1.5 million years ago. So maybe we will look like this, maybe not, I don't know. I forgot to switch off my phone. The mimetic culture was 300,000 years ago. So we have the caves and the paintings on the cave, and then we are starting to say what we see by pictures. So this is a visual culture, very visual culture that is saving her memories on the wall, like we do, but we do it on Google or WhatsApp or something else, or Facebook. And we are going back to that area. When we think of something, we can say it with words, with our language that is inhibited in culture. When we write it on the wall, like a picture, or write it in a book, we're saving it for later. This enables us to reduce the amount of pressure on our brain to remember everything, because once upon a time we had to tell stories and remember the stories from generation to generation. Now we have so many possibilities to save things that we're going to a trip. I went to a trip in Holland with my family, and we took 1,500 pictures. And now I have to arrange an album. How can I do it? It's too many pictures. If I take a look at these pictures, I can remember what I didn't remember right when I was in Holland. So now if I look at the picture, it's like this complete for me, for my memory. That's how technology enables us to remember more, because it allows us to forget and go back to that later. And it's very, very convenient. So we use it a lot. 30,000 years ago, we invented some writing, like hieroglyphs and another one. And we invented writing. This is in Jerusalem. You've been there?
That is in the Israel Museum in the House of the Book.
Yes.
In the hall of the book.
The graves, graves. Yes?
Yes.
The holy graves.
I'm going to speak about it tomorrow. A little bit. They are not going to be there, but I'm going to speak about it.
Okay, so we write our memories, our culture, our history, and we keep it. This how they keep it in vase, in the mountains, in Judah mountains, in Israel. So it's kept here, you see, and it's very, very old. Only because there wasn't such a lot of humidity. It's a reminder for us, but we can see what happened there, and we can know more about history by
Tomorrow
that.
you are going to visit a site that is called the Qumran site. And there you will be able to hear about this kind of storage of different scrolls that have been found in the desert, and how we can have them because of the specific and detailed specific environment of the desert. That is why we can have them and to see them up to date. And just to, I know that you're going to hear it tomorrow, but just to add what Limor is saying, is one of the most interesting things is that if you remember in the 60th year of independence of Israel, for the first time, one of the scrolls has been put on to show it for the people, the real one, the original one, in the Israel Museum. And I went to visit it. And it was really exciting because actually we were looking at something that I have been writing about 2,200 years ago, and you could understand it because it's the same Hebrew. Okay, the only things that we have in the Hebrew of nowadays is the additional modern words as TV or cars and things like that. But beside that, you could read it, and it was really exciting. I said, wow, I can read what has been written 2,200 years ago. And that is my language for every day. And we can show that it existed many, many years ago. So it is.
And I didn't know about it.
So I'm sorry. So now you have another tip for tomorrow and for learning.
Yes. I like Exodus like that.
Yeah.
These are books in Hebrew. And the inventing of print enabled us to transfer knowledge from country to country with ships, and then airplanes, and then internet, and then this computer. And we established school that teaches language of the place. And now we're talking about international language, maybe English, maybe Chinese, I don't know.
Or just the symbols of the computer.
Maybe only symbols. There is a language for symbols. And you use it when you text with WhatsApp, right? And inventing the camera is very important. And then films. And things began very visual when TV came into houses. Because you would not only hear in the news, you see the news, and when you see today the news, I don't let my children see it sometimes because I don't think the visual is so probably not suited for children because they're doing it to exaggerate things, and it's not so pleasant to see sometimes. Who is this?
Dylan.
Right.
Right.
Good for you. This is the hint. And we know this is an iconic picture, because if you see it out of context, you do know the person who did this print, right? So I say we have some thousands of iconic pictures in the international culture, and every child has to know when he sees this what it means, right? And thousands of other pictures also. So I said this is a curriculum of icons, of symbolic icons that everyone should recognize, because we have it on advertising. When you see advertising, they're building on the culture and the knowledge of pictures of icons that everybody knows. And when you can't understand a picture of an advertising, and you say to yourself, wow, I'm not in the right culture, it's a problem, I can't figure it, I don't know what to say. I can't understand the advertising, and it happened to me sometimes with the election. We have election now in Roma, and the parties are putting some pictures on the boards all over the place, and I look at it and I can't understand it because they're so sophisticated, and I have to put an effort to understand it. And I think also in class, not every child at the class knows exactly what the picture means, and me as a teacher have to know it, have to have sensibility to see that this child can't understand the picture, and I have to help him to understand it and to add some new knowledge that will enable him to understand the picture. Because many teachers think that if they bring a picture to class, everybody understands it's a picture, what's the problem? But because it's an iconic picture that is to interpret it, you have to know something about the area, about the subject, about the culture. Some of the kids that don't do it, and it's a problem. And many teachers are not aware of it, and this is a problem. And this is why I'm here. תוכל לקפוץ על ההפעלה של זה? This is called Tag Galaxy. This is a website, and you can bring to class. If you have a projector in class, do you have some projectors in class? You have to look for a picture with a word. You have to use Word to look for a picture. But when you do, you can roll this hemisphere very nicely and pick one picture, then it goes bigger, and the kids love it. And you have to put a word like cats, and you have a lot of cats, and you roll it, and you pick one. It's amazing. But I say it's sometimes distracting the children from the subject, because it's a nice play to run in class. Never mind. Tag. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, you have cell phones. Yeah. And you have applications. Yeah. How many?
Many.
More than 20?
Yes.
More than 50?
More than 100.
Okay, so you can have another. If you know speeding limit, you can check if in your neighborhood someone is over the limit. You can check it and write his number and call the police with this app. It's very useful. So we have it in our hands, this application, and children love to use these applications and use it, I suppose, not? In your countries? Yes? Because they're so visual. Why? We are visually wired. We have 50% of our brain is involved with visual processing, more than hearing and smelling and feeling. 50%. That's why visual is so important. Also, 70% of all your sensory receptors are in your eyes. So it's very important to use it wisely and to bring to class the proper device and use it properly. And also, it's so small, we can get the sense of visual in less than 0.1 second. This is very, very fast. This is special learning. Special learning is learning from something that is not linear. It's in space. We have in our brains processing area. This is called the processing area of the brain, and you have to process words and pictures. So this area is divided. One area is for pictures, and one is for words. But when we make meaning, it's like the heading, the first picture that I showed you. We merge the heading, this text, with the picture, and we make meaning. But when we process the visuals, it's faster, because we first get the picture, then we read it. We read the label. So the first impression is always visual. You can have the presentation, it's okay, afterwards. Let's analyze this question together. Okay? First step is, this is 4-step analyzing. Okay? I'm giving you a tool. First, what do I see? Exactly. What do I see? Anyone? You want to tell us?
With many wires around. A big eye.
Big eye.
With many different wires.
Looking
down.
Color. Blue. Like you're talking in the telephone. You're telling me in the telephone what you see. Okay? And?
A large white portion.
Okay.
Many wires.
Many, or you can count. You can count. Color? Red. Okay.
12.
How many types? How many types of wires? Black.
They're short, I don't know.
You see? 2 types. These ones and these ones.
Some are straight and some are curved.
They're not the same. Okay? Then what we see?
Information about a banner with
A banner. Color?
red.
Red.
With white
Good. And?
With white writing.
Okay. This is because we are visually wired. Okay. And then we have 3 parts.
3 parts.
Yeah. 3 colors. Right.
Green
Green,
and
eyes,
stuff.
Okay. This is information that we can have in a paragraph. Right? But we have it in poster. It's different. Okay, we have visual and text. Visual and text. Visual and text 3 times. And colors. Okay? It's an infograph. And what we see? This is talking about the brain. So we remember, why we remember it's half? Because this is colored gray and this is red. It's easy to remember. And eyes, okay, 70%. And this stopwatch, and the time is written, okay? So I didn't have to put a lot of effort to read the small words here. I could translate from the pictures, but I couldn't remember everything, so I read. Okay, this is a display that you can hang in class. But this is a display that you can teach teachers how to build by themselves, and also to teach children how to build an infographic for the work. If they present some research they made, or an idea they want to give, or something else, you can take these posters. There are millions of them in the internet, millions. I use Pinterest, I will show you later. You know Pinterest?
Yes.
I use Pinterest and collect. I have 2,000 pins.
Wow.
Wow. And you can follow me. And I will follow you. Okay? This is like Twitter. And these posters are examples for teachers that we teach them how to use, and to give the children an example how to build a poster. And we know that it's a very important thing that they have to know now in the 21st century. Yeah, because they're testing. You have testing of 21st century abilities in the country. You participated in exams they made on Australia? No. Israel doesn't also, but we do teach that in courses for teachers and also for children. We use it a lot. You will have the presentation on the mail, okay?
Okay, we are going to put it in the CD, then you just send it to me.
No problem. And this is about visual literacy. There are many defined that you can find. Visual literacy is the ability to drive meaning from images for everything that we see, and to read and write. What is to write? Visual literacy is to take pictures, to make infographics, to use it properly at class, to choose and to merge, to put the picture with the words appropriately, and to build infographics, to use graphs, to use comics, to use diagram at class, at the subject area. And this is a curriculum of itself. It's very important. I will send you an article written by my professor, Lily Ela, and she wrote about curriculum and the visual literacy with Miriam Ben-Peretz. I don't know if you know her, from the University of Haifa. She wrote a lot of books education, and you can learn about curriculum and visual literacy. So this is my blog. This is the address if you like to copy it. And we will go to that later. Now we play. Okay? Because there have been a lot of
תגידי לי מתי את רוצה שאני אעשה.
תעשי קצרים יותר. אוקיי.
אז לסגור בשבוע? נכון, נכון?
אין לה פתוחה, סגור.